Good afternoon, dear educators. Thank you for joining us for the webinar series on Google's Be Internet Awesome. This program, as you all know, is aimed at empowering teachers, students, and parents while navigating the online world safely. This program was launched early this year and has received tremendous positive feedback as it changes the way our young children interact online. Proud and privileged to introduce today's host and mentor, Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗁𝗂, the CEO founder of Mahattattva, an educational transformational company. Even though she needs no introduction, it's an absolute honor to speak about her journey. A thought leader in technology integration and strategy for more than 2 decades now, Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗁𝗂 wears many hats. An educator at heart, her journey included being the leader for ICT at the British School, head ICT initiatives at Learn Today, India Today Group. She is also a BET Asia Leadership Awardee. At present, she is immersed in working with Google India on CBSE, NCERT, and Maldives projects on teacher training. We welcome you, 𝗕𝗲 ma'am.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Pramukda. I think, let me just sort out my background, I think. Okay, so good afternoon once again, and happy to see you all here for the webinar today on Be Internet Awesome. I am going to start by sharing my screen. So as you can all see, and you also heard Pramukda talking about this, this program is called Be Internet Awesome, and this is brought to you by CBSE and Google, and Mahattattva is presenting it to you. I think we have worked on many projects together, but this one is especially close to my own heart and soul because the way that the teachers are implementing this throughout our country has been phenomenal. And before we even start, I want to send this message out to your colleagues and to your friends who have been implementing Be Internet Awesome in their schools. We have more than 1 lakh children now who have been certified for this program, and it wouldn't have been possible without you all out there. So a big shout out to all the teachers who have made Be Internet Awesome really, really popular with the children. So now you will become part of that initiative as well. And before we start, I would like to, give you a little bit of information about the entire program, the support that is being provided to you. And before we even talk about the program today and on the day 2 of this webinar, I would like to show you the little admin details which have been made so that you can be absolutely sure and you can execute this program in your school. So before we even started implementing this program, we thought that what you would need is a very strong support team. So we have made that possible. What you see in front of your screens right now is the support team that is going to be with you as we go through the program. So we have, that's me, of course. I'm the front runner for this program being executed in schools. We also have Manu. Manu is my general manager, Google Projects, and she ensures that the entire program is being implemented not only virtually but in the schools as well. So Manu is will be available to you on call. She's available on the the emails, and we also have a phone number, and I'll be sharing all of that with you, wherein you can have her, talk to her, and have a support. We also have Pramukda. You met her just now. She is my general manager academics, a sharp girl from ISB Hyderabad. Pramukda looks at academics at Mahattattva, but she ensures with Manu that whatever queries that you have, whatever that support that you need, not only in your school but in the online space as well. So Pramukda will be there to help you with that. Whom you see next is Miss Ashima Jairat. You have Sonali. Both have been principals in army schools. They will be there in the support sessions for you. So any Q&A, any question answers regarding the program, they will be there to support you. We also have Kajal, a very, very astute leadership role person in my company. She is also engaged with supporting you all, whether the emails and the messages are concerned. And most importantly, we have Pooja. Pooja is the administrative executive for Google projects at Mahattattva, and she is the data person, and she ensures that the numbers keep rising for the Be Internet project, and also ensures that she provides the support and certification to all the people who are doing this program. So even before we have started this program, I've let you know that there is lots and lots of support available for you. Just understand what this program is today and just deep dive into it, and we are there to support you. So what is this program and what does it entail? I think it's very important for you to understand that how does certification take place when you undergo these webinars. So there are two webinars for this, the webinar that we are having today, and I will be introducing the program to you in this. And we will also be looking at the curriculum which has been developed by Google. So there is a 139 pager. There is a PDF that is available on the website that we have created for you. And all of that is available for you to execute this program in the classrooms. So you will have to attend two webinars, that's today and day after, wherein you will understand this program and you will get all the resources that you need. There is also an optional Q&A session, which also you would have received dates for. You can join that Meet link. So just as you see here, this is a virtual webinar where you all have joined a YouTube link and you are listening to this webinar from Mahattattva. In this Q&A session, you will be given a Meet link, a Google Meet link. In that, you can come into the session, you can unmute your mics, and you can ask away whatever your requirements are in the session, and you can talk to my team here about any challenges that you're facing. Once you have looked at both the webinars, you will be, like I said, provided with this resources, the website that I'm going to show you in a bit. And Manu will be sharing that list in the Google, in the YouTube chat. So please make sure that you have access to that. We will also, all the people who have registered and will be filling up the feedback form, we will also be sending them the links by email. So you have to look at that website, which I'll be showing and introducing to you, and you have to prepare your student engagement. Now, while I say that you have to prepare the student engagement, we will also be giving you like a ready-made deck, which you can use in the class to get your children acquainted, to introduce you to this amazing program, which is called the Be Internet Awesome program. So once you have these resources, what you have to do is you have to implement the program. Now, I say that you have to implement the program and you have to train 40 to 45 children in your school. But I have seen over the past few months, we started this program in July. Some of the schools have really taken up the program and made it into an annual thing for their schools. So have a look at this book. It's really comprehensive. You can create your own resources using this book, and you can integrate it in your ICT, in your tech lessons, and the curriculum is for you to use. So apart from that, what you need to do for the certification, you have to train 40 to 45. So we are looking at one class of 40 to 45 children. You have to train them on this program. And if you want to train more classes, you want to train more than 40, 45 children, please go ahead. I know of people who have been doing this program, and they have certified the entire school. So two of them, Silver Line Prestige School in Ghaziabad and DPS School in Greater Faridabad, they are 100% Be Internet Awesome School. So you can get all your teachers and all your children trained on this program, and we can give you a certificate for that as well. So go ahead, be a star, train as many people as you want. You do understand as an educator, and I know you all realize that the children, the parents, you all are all online looking for resources, doing stuff. So you have to make sure that children are aware of these rules and regulations as well. So you can train as many as you want, but the criteria here for certification is 40 to 45 students. So you've taken the two webinars, you have attended the two webinars, you have used the deck, and you have trained 40 to 45 children. Then you have to create a video of the evidence of actually doing the program. Once you have done that, you have to make sure that the the video and the movie, the photographs, or the the PowerPoint presentation that you have created, that is available for us. So there is a form that you have to fill up, and you have to submit it in a platform which I'm going to show you right now. And once you do that, we will be able to certify you. So as I've said, there is no certification for just attending the webinars. You have to attend the webinars, you have to do the evidence, and once you've done that is when we will be able to certify you. And I'll be showing you the platform just now. So if you look at the resources here, this is the support that we have created for you. There is a Google website, and if I would request Manu to put the link here for everyone to access, and I will show that to you in a minute. So this is the Google website. You can go on to all the resources that you need to implement this program are on this website. We also have Google groups, we have Telegram groups, we have the YouTube channel on which you are seeing the webinar right now. So all these things are available for you. We also have a totally dedicated email ID which you can use for your queries, for your challenges that you are facing in the schools. Just write to us, and somebody will get back to you within 24 hours. So these are the support mechanisms. These are the support channels that we have created for you. And I'm just going to take you on to the website. So this is the website, and I'm sure Manu has shared the link on the YouTube chat, and you all can have a look there as I go along with you. So the first tab, of course, is about the program and what does it entail, what is it all about. And I think NEP 2020 talks about technology, it talks about technology integration. So this actually gets very well aligned with that as well. So have a look at what this program is about and what we are doing. We also have a page on the facilitators, and this is Manu and me, the main facilitators for the program. We also have the YouTube link. So if you haven't seen the program online, you have been busy, or there is something that you want to go back to and you want to listen to what this was about, there is a link for you to get onto the YouTube channel and listen to the recordings. We also have a Google group for the trainings where all the announcements are done. So you can join that as well. We also have a Facebook page for Mahattattva. So if you go on to that, you will be able to see that a lot of adulation is being given to the people who are getting certified for Be Internet Awesome. So our page is actually full. A lot of people have got certified for Be Internet Awesome, and also some of them have become master trainers. So you can see every day we have so much to celebrate where this program is concerned. So a lot of adulation there as well for your achievements. So that's the thing that went on today. So the connection with FB, the social media, is there as well, and you can follow us on that for anything and everything that's happening on this program. We also have a tab wherein we have put in a Google Calendar, which shows us, what are the things that are going to happen in this program. So the first webinar is today. You are watching it with me here on the 23rd, and your follow-up webinar is on 25th. So I will be meeting you then again. And then your follow-up is on the 28th of this month. So you will be given information, the links to join. All of that will happen as per the program. I will come on to the resources now, and this is a very important tab wherein all that you need for the program, everything, all the resources that you need to implement this program is here. So Be Internet Awesome has an official website, so that is linked here. You can go on to that. There are lots of resources for you there. But what we've done is we have curated and put the resources that you would require for implementing this program onto this page. So you can go and you can access the complete curriculum here. Now this 139 pages of the curriculum is what I was talking about. It consists of 5 units, and we will be talking about the 5 units right after this admin detail that I'm giving you about the access and where the resources are kept. We will talk about this, and on the second day of the webinar, I will talk to you in elaboration about what is there in this curriculum. So this is your curriculum, which is the second tab here. Then you go on to the unit. Like I said, there are 5 units, and for each unit, there are 4 set of resources that we have shared with you. So if you want to look at the entire curriculum, it is here. If you want to look at just unit 1, that is here as well. So there is a slide deck which is available for you. You can go and choose the decks that you want. There are also vocabulary units, so you can play vocabulary games with the children. And then finally, for assessment, a gamification of assessment, there is a game that the children can play and they can prove to you that they are, absolutely acquainted with what you're talking about. So out of the 4 units that you have for the Interlin game, the 5th unit does not have a game. So you can do a formal assessment there using discussions. You can also have Google Forms that you can set out to the children. Now, what I want to lay stress on here is that these resources are here, right? These are all web resources, and some of them will need live connectivity, like the game will need connectivity for the children to play. There is no login required though. So for the game, the children don't need to have username and password. They can just click on this link and they can get onto it, and then you can show them how to maneuver them. So these are all problem solving based games for each level. So whatever goals that you have designed and determined for the unit will be assessed here. So once the children do these games successfully and they have been able to generate a certificate for themselves, you will know that they have understood this unit. So all of these are there for the 4 units. You can see we have provided these for you. And like I said, there are none for the 5th unit. There is no gamification for the 5th unit where you can do your formal assessments, and I will show you the Google Forms in a bit. There is also a pledge. It's a beautiful pledge for Be Internet Awesome, and Some of the schools have actually got this done in their assembly and put it as evidence of the whole school actually taking the pledge. So that's there available for you. It's a lovely resource to use, and it's right here. So these are the resources that you have to implement the program. And I'm going to click on any one of these resources and show you how they work. So this is your first unit. So this is your PDF for unit 1. Then you have the interactive slides which are available on the main site. So we haven't recreated this bit for you. We've just left it on the main site of Be Internet Awesome, and you can go there and you can click on any one of them. So if I click on this, have a look here. It gives me the resource and I say, okay, I want to use this. So what I do, I click on use content, right? Once I click on use content, it gives me the option of making a copy of what is already available online for everybody to use. So it gives me my copy. So when I say click a copy, it will go to the Google Drive and it will save a copy there. So I will just click on this and it's going to create a copy for me. You can see that it is working. So let's see. There it is. So I have my copy for my use, and this is something that will get saved on my drive, so it will not go away. So now I can start, saving all these decks here for working with the children. So once you have the the Google slide video, you can use this for the children. Another word of caution here, we get overawed by seeing technology and all these decks and all these resources which are available, but there are schools which do not have maybe projectors in the classroom, or they don't have devices for the children to get on and do all of this. Just don't panic. These resources are there. You are a proficient teacher, you want to go and send this message out to the children. You can just look at these decks yourself, look at these slides yourself, and you can create your own material. It's not necessary that the program will not get done if you don't use these resources. The intention is that there are certain goals which are set for these particular units, and you just have to go and you have to deliver them, and you have to ensure that the children have understood those goals that you had set at the beginning of the unit. So yes, these resources are there, and I'm going to show you how you're going to use them, but you can use them or not use them. That option is up to you. There are lots and lots of schools across India who have used these resources, but there are also lots who have just taken ideas from here and implemented the program. So another thing that these Google Slides do is that they use an extension add-on which gets the Google Slides to become interactive. So for instance, if I can show you some, there are some interactivity that is got in because it is using Peer Deck. Peer Deck is an add-on, and I will show you how that is done. So what happens here is when you start using this deck in the class, the children will get a copy of this and they can actually tick or cross this off. So what other kinds of information should we be careful to protect, if that's the question? There are some options that the children have, and when they get access to it, how do they get access to it? You have the Peer Deck extension onto it. The children go on, and if they have devices, they can go and they can tick or cross on the option, make a tick or a cross across the options. So how do you get this extension or this add-on? You go on to the Chrome Web Store. So in the Chrome Web Store, you will look at this on the left hand side. It says search the store. You just have to write Peer Deck. Oops. So once you do that, I am looking at Peer Deck, which is available here online, and we are not seeing it here because you can see here on my add-ons, it's already attached. So on my add-on in the Google slide is already attached. So if I go on here, I'm just going to go and click and get add-ons from here. You can see that it's already attached onto my Nearpod. So you go on add-ons and say get add-ons. Don't use the web store option. Just go on to your slide and go on add-ons from here and say get add-on. And in this, you just have to look for Pear Deck. There it is, and you can click on it. For my, again, like I said, it is showing uninstalled because mine is already installed. So for you, it will say install. So you will be able to install it. And it's showing me the admin tab as well because I'm the admin for my domain, and that it will not show you this one. It will just show you a tab here which says install, and you can install that for your Google Slides. Once that is done, you will be able to use all these activities with your children. What I'm trying to say here is that when you look at this entire resource page, there are lots and lots of decks, Google decks, which are available for you to use with the children. And you can add this add-on called the Pear Deck, and you can use it for interactivity in the classroom for engaging your children. So that's what I wanted to showcase here in the resource tab that we have. And there is also a tab for vocabulary. It does the same thing. So you click on it and you click on use content, and it will ask you to set up your account. So you will say that you are a teacher. And once that comes on, it loads the vocabulary editor for you. Now, this is also done per unit, by the unit. So whatever the units are, it will open up those vocabulary words, whatever are being done by the children. So this is the first page here, which is editable. So you can see that the words are already there. You don't have to create this. This is already there, done for you for the first unit. So once this is done, you can see how it is played. So you click on play flashcard factory, you go on to that. And what it does is whenever the children join in, it will ask them to join in, and they can see, I can see it on this thing, the children go on to joinpd.com and they put in this and you clock in. So once the children start coming in, this is a factory. So you will get two groups of children done randomly. So you will get some children who will become the day shift group and some who will become the night shift group. So once this is done, you can also shuffle the teams. So if you think that this is something where like-minded children are coming on to just one group, you want them shuffled a bit, you can do that. And once you do that, you will go on Let's Play. So this is a factory where the flashcards are getting made. So the children will get these words. They will have to, on their screen, they will have to create the meaning of code or, whatever the repetition, the personal information, online privacy. So this will keep coming, and the flashcards will get dropped here once they have, completed creating the flashcard. So these flashcards will come onto this belt and you will be able to see them, and you are the quality control. So you are going to see if the flashcards have been set right, if they are giving the correct meaning or not. And when you go up here, you will see them here. And once you see them, you will be able to say whether it's right or it's not right. And you can get them to go on to, the production stage, and you can get them to create the flashcards again. So once that is done, you will go on to the shipping stage, and you can print the word meanings that the children have made. So the vocabulary can be done here. So you see here there are 14 terms which have been created for term 1. So very simple setup. You just click on the link and it takes you to the vocab factory, and that is where you can again get your children engaged. Another, again, I will revisit the point that these are just resources that you can use. If you have the online facility, internet facility in your schools. If you don't, this entire game can be created in the classroom without going onto the screen, right? So you can have flashcards which you get the children to make. You can get them to, mix and match, or you can get them to write, and you can use a display board in your classroom, and you can showcase these flashcards as they come in from the children. So there are lots and lots of ways of engaging them. I don't have to give you a session on that because you all are proficient teachers, and I'm sure you have more ideas than I will discuss here. So I'm going back to the resources page. So this is done. I've shown you the unit. I've shown you the deck for explaining the entire unit. I've told you how to get on to the vocabulary game and also the interland game that the children can play. Now, in this interland game, the characters are called internauts. So you can get the children to personify these internauts and play the games according to the goals that you have. So that was your resources page. I'm going on to assessment. Now, this is where the assessment for Google Forms. So what we have done, what my team has done, is out of the 5 units that you're going to be talking to the children about, we have created Google Forms for you, and we've also made sure that you get a copy. So you click on these, you will get a copy for the assessment that needs to go out to the children. Now, how do you share this with the children? You just have to click on send, and you can take a short URL from here, and you can send it to the children by mail. You can send it to the parents on WhatsApp, and the children will be able to do these assessments for you. So if you think Unit 1 is ready, Unit 1 is done, the goals have been achieved, and you want the children now to take this assessment, you are more than welcome to use these assessments which have been created by my team, and you can send them off to the children via email or WhatsApp or however the school's channel works. You can send it to them and they can do it for you. So these are the 5 units which are going to be assessed. We are also not saying that this is the only way to assess. You can gamify it. You can take them to Interland. They can play those games. You can do discussions. If you don't have internet or you don't want to send the Google Forms home, you can print these out. You can take some questions. I also know of a school where the teacher took these out on her mobile. She read the questions out and she wrote on the board, and the children answered on a sheet of paper. You can try any kind of assessment, formative, summative, any kind of assessment that you want to do for these the various units. What you have to remember is that there are certain goals, and our main aim as an educator is that the children should understand what these things mean. When they go online, how do they stay safe? So these are the various assessments that they can do. So please go ahead and use them. What you have to do is once you are done with the 5 units and you have got the children assessed, you have your evidence, you have created either a video, or you've taken 10 photographs, or you created a PowerPoint presentation for us to see as your evidence of the program. You have to go to the student training completion form. So these are the assessment forms for the children, and this is for you. So if you click on this, this form opens up for you. So you have to put in your email, your full name, just the way you would like it on the certificate. You have to fill that up. You have to write the name of your school, your city, state, and you have to select your COE. Now, if you are, like we've seen in the past, from Doha or Qatar, or somewhere outside where you do not belong to any one of these COEs, you can write other. But if you belong to a COE, you will know that. Please identify that. You have to write your contact number, your personal email ID, your CBSE ID. Now, a lot of the teachers wrote to us that they do not have their CBSE IDs, or they're having problem identifying that. It's all right for now. I think very soon we will have mandatory CBSE IDs, but right now you can just go with your school ID or your personal ID, share that with us. we are looking at evidence, right? We are looking at the 2 minutes video or the presentation or images that you will be uploading. So that is where that will go. So you will click on add file. It will give you the option of inserting a file and uploading a file. So that's where you will go and upload. Then there is a list of students that you have to upload. We've also given you a template for that. So if you click on that, it will again ask you to make a copy. So that will be your copy in your drive, in your Google Drive. So you see here, you have to write your name, your school, your COE, your state, city and state. You have to write the names of the students here who have done this program with you and their class. So please make sure that here again, the student names are just the way you would want them on the certificate, and Pooja will create these certificates for you. So this is how you will complete it. Once it's completed, you have to upload it here. So the template is shared with you, but you have to upload it here. Once you have put the names of the students, you also have to write the number of students that you have trained. Once that is done, you have to add a photograph for us to use for social media, and you have to give us consent that all that you have used. So make sure the photographs and the videos that you're creating has parental consent. So you can, send a waiver slip home for the parents to know that this is a CBSE Google program that we are doing. Try and see that when you're taking photographs, there are no frontal images. Take photographs from far away. And if you are submitting photographs which have frontal photographs very near to the focus, please make sure that you are blurring them. So once you are done with that, you just click on I agree and you submit this form, and it comes to us and we will be able to certify you. So I'm going back to the website. So you can see here, this is a very, very comprehensive website, very useful. All resources are here for you. I'm going to skip on to the FAQs and help desk now. We are also running another program called the Master Trainer Program. So all information about that is here. Just as you are, training 40 to 45 students, there is a Master Trainer Program wherein you have to train 10 teachers, and those 10 teachers have to train 40 to 45 children each, and you can apply for this program as well. But that's for another webinar, and I'm sure if you are selected by your school, you will get information and you can attend those webinars as well. So here you can see the in the FAQ and the help desk section, we have the steps for you to follow. So the two webinars, preparing resources, conducting the program at school, training 40 to 45 children, creating evidence. Here it says video, but like I said, you can have 10 photographs or you can have a PowerPoint presentation. Not everybody has the skills for creating a video, and that's perfectly all right. Though, having said that, today with mobile phones and fantastic ones at that, you can create videos very quickly. So it's up to you. But please make sure that the videos are not more than 2 minutes, all your evidence in one place, and then you submit the application. Now, how is this application being done? You just have to go to assessment, and you have to go right at the bottom, and that's your teacher training completion form. That's where you get the form to do it. So once this is done, we have also put in samples for you to see what your certificates are going to look like. So you have the teacher certificate on the left hand side, and that's your student certificate, all very complete with the CBSE and the Google logos for your children to talk about. And it actually gives you a lot of sense of accomplishment to be able to say that my children are internet awesome. My children know the rules of being internet awesome. So all of that, just once the certification is out, you can boast of that to your community. So we have a certain questions that we think that the people will probably have even after they've attended the sessions. So there are these questions for you to do, and the answers are in the drop down. So all the questions that we think you might have are here. Before the certification, during the certification, and after the certification questions. We also have information for you regarding the email that I spoke about right at the beginning. So we have biasupport@mahattattva.in, and that's the one you can write into if you have any problems or you have any challenges. You can let us know. There is also a phone number you can reach out to. We know that teachers are busy in the morning. So 3:30 to 5:30 from Monday to Friday is when you can call in, and there will be a person who listens to your challenges. So this is about the website, and I'm sure you have bookmarked it when Manu put it on YouTube, and I will request Manu to repeat that just in case people have just joined in, they will be able to see this website link and bookmark it for further use. So I spoke to you about the peer deck and how can you use active learning strategies using the Google Slides and the peer deck. And I told you that you will go on to extensions, click on add-on and get add-ons from here. Once you click on get add-ons, you will write peer deck, and like I did, don't make it into one word. These are two words. You put that on and it comes on onto your get add-ons window. Once you've done that, you can get the resource onto your slide deck, and you can have engagement and activities with your children. So this was about the entire support, and I've taken good 40 minutes to explain this to you. What is this program about? How are you going to achieve it? Where are the various tabs for you to submit? Where are the support channels available? And how is this program going to be accomplished by you? We have got that out of the way. Now I'm going to use the next 20 minutes and the 1 hour that we have for the next webinar telling you about the program. Now, most of you are subject teachers, so don't worry too much about that. I'm a maths teacher and I'm English teacher and I can't do this program. This program is for every teacher who is in the classroom. You get the children to do research, you get the children to browse. So every child in the classroom needs to do this. And I think the best thing about the curriculum is that we are giving the children consistency. So if the maths teacher is talking about share with care and the social science teacher is doing the same, it is for our advantage because the children are getting the same message from all the teachers. So we will start with a little bit of introduction, and I will show you the flow today before we end for the day. This is the slide which tells you about the 5 units that we have in this entire curriculum. So share with care is the first unit, wherein you will be talking about the digital footprint and how children should be very careful about what they share, what they put on line, because there are people who are looking at that. So do you want a positive sort of an impression that you leave online, or do you want, when people put in your name, there will be open posts, there will be public posts, there will be videos, YouTube, whatever that you have interacted with the internet. Even you, if you just put in your name right now, you will see that everything that you have written which is public will come on. And when in today's world people are taking you up for jobs, or your children have to go and apply for universities, that's what they're doing to check your credentials. So you have to get the children, especially the older ones in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, you need to get them to understand that the digital footprint is very important in today's world. Now, this curriculum will say that it is for students in from grade 2 to grade 6. But this is something that we have executed from grade 1 to grade 12, and it has really gone well. And we are, and no doubt that you can take it across from grade 1 to grade 12. We also have schools where children in class 12th, 11th, 12th have actually learned this curriculum, and they have understood it, and they have made little committees and little groups wherein they go and they teach the younger ones about this program. So you can try that out as well. The fact is that if you have to teach it, you have to know what it is. So that's teaching is the best form of learning, right? So 11th students in 10th, 11th, 12th can probably take this up as a project. So your first unit is share with care. Then you have don't fall for fake. That is, your phishing, your scams, and how things just get out of your accounts, and what are the reasons of that happening and how can you avoid them. So that is your second unit. The third unit, which is a very popular unit, is about passwords. The children really get excited about how to create passwords and how to ensure that your password is a strong one. So that is the unit on passwords. Then you all would have heard of SEL, social emotional learning, socio-emotional learning. And this is a unit. The unit 4 is about combating online negative online behavior. Now here it talks about how that if you are negative online, it just spreads like wildfire. So negativity, when you are being negative, will spread like that, but positivity will do that as well. So do you want to be negative or do you want to be positive? In most of the units, you will see that everything that the curriculum talks about is very, very concrete. So it'll be some sort of a game that the children do, some sort of a discussion, some sort of interplay between the children, role play. So all those kind of things are done first in the physical space, and slowly and gradually it relates to what can happen online. So what it is doing is it's preparing the children to understand that whatever you do, whatever that you are working on, has that kind of repercussions. So one of my favorite units, wherein you talk about being empathetic, about being kind, and about understanding what the other person is going through when you're writing nasty things online. Then the last one is about when in doubt, talk it about. Now you will see that all through the units, it talks about the more responsible adult. It will talk about reaching out to your mom, reaching out to your older siblings, reaching out to your teacher when you're in school. But this one in particular will talk about that it's not a weak thing to do to reach out to people. So you're not a weak boy or a weak girl just because you think that you can't solve this problem on your own and you are asking somebody for help. So here it really gets them started with that and gets them to understand all of that. So there are certain keywords which are associated with each unit. The word smart is about your digital footprint, and that is associated with unit 1. Alert is about phishing, so how do you stay alert? Strong is creating the strong password and being safe online. Kind is being empathetic about everything that you see and say. Brave, being brave about talking it out and not just suffering on your own. So these are the 5 units and the 5 keywords. And you will see here the way I have created this presentation, and a similar presentation will also be shared with you so that you can explain to the children just the way I'm doing this for you. I have already read this curriculum page to page, and I think whatever I have got out, there is no need to take notes or take pictures of this entire thing. This entire thing will be handed over to you, and it is all from that book, that 139 pages curriculum book, which you can use the way you want. So what this entire unit, so you will see that there is module 1, module 2, all of that is available there, and there is a certain flow to it. So the first one will give you what does this mean to share with care, and it gives you a little concise information about what that means. It will give you the goals. So there are goals for the unit, and then there are sub goals for each chapter that you deal with. So there are goals for the first unit, and you see how the flow is just very similar, and then it will give you some activities. In the activities, you see here, I've taken an example from there. Now, even the curriculum, you can photocopy, you can use them in the class. There are no copyright issues as long as you're not selling it. So you can use this free of cost in your classrooms, use them to conduct activities in the class, and nobody will have a problem with that. So here, this is a very small activity, and when you talk to the children about it, they will know. They have these filters. They are cropping. The things that if they are looking fat, they will take one of the sides off so that they look slim in photographs. A lot of young girls and boys are doing that. So getting them to understand what you are seeing online and what actually is are two different things. So what's in the frame is one of the activities like that. You can see that there is a ship here, a pirate ship that you can see, but actually when you zoom out, it is just a bathtub with the child there and a water duck. If similar example here, where it seems that the girl is just near the tiger, you see that if you zoom out, it's actually a tiger in a zoo, and the child is not in a danger of being close to the tiger. So what do you see online? This entire chapter is about perceptions and about what you should believe or not believe when you see things online. Then for every system that you have, the chapter that you've done, the activities that you've done, you will see that there are some scenarios. So I've put this bit in wherein you will sit and you will discuss with the students. What you will see here is that when you start this discussion with the children, some of you might say that these discussions are something that my children don't relate to. These are Western or whatever the case might be. But you will be surprised when you start talking about these various topics. You will see that the children will say, you know what, miss, this also happened in my house, or something similar happened in my house. So what I'm trying to put across here is that you start these discussions, use these scenarios, but very soon you will see that the children have picked up their own. And my colleagues here will agree with me that when we do these sessions live in schools, when people ask us to come and conduct sessions for them, very, very quickly, children make these scenarios their own. And we have seen this not only with the children, wherever we have had leadership sessions with the principals, with school leaders, the same thing happens where they just open up and say, this happened and I got this message on my mobile, and when I clicked on it, my data went away, and all of that is something that comes closer to home then. So in this booklet as well, you will see that there are scenarios that are there for you to discuss, and you can get your children to discuss those. Every end of every chapter, there will be a takeaway. So when you are talking to your children, you will see that you will have, the discussion points. So you will start talking to them about it. There will be some activity that you do. There will be some discussions that you do with them, some role play that you do with them. And then at the end, there will be a takeaway. Now, when you look at that takeaway, it's about having a plenary, right? When you are done with the lesson of the day, you want to find out what the children think about the lesson, or how much they know, whether it's a formative assessment or a quick exit slip or whatever that might be. Get the children to talk about the session and what they have learned. Now, even if somebody's not got it, there is another student who's talking about it. So once you hear your own peers talk about it, it makes more sense. So in this entire curriculum as well, every unit, every chapter has a takeaway. So when the children are telling you about what they have learned in the sessions, the takeaway is also written there. So you can quickly make a mental note of that and see if there's something which is left out, you can add to that discussion, and the children will have a more holistic, goal-oriented sort of a session. So this is how the entire curriculum flows. So if you go on to Unit 2, the Module 2, that's Be Internet Alert, you will see that there will be something which tells you about the program for that unit. Then it will give you the goals for what they are. Then there will be some collaborative work that is given, or some strategies or some activities which need to be done. There will be, like this one here is a total photocopy from the curriculum booklet, where the children have to look at what is fake and what is real. So there are URLs here, and the children have to check. Now, if you look at this one here, which says washingtonpost.com, but instead of the G, there is a Q. So let the children look at this and say why this is wrong, if why is this fake if it is fake. So looking at these minute things as the URL will get them to become more alert when they're online. So these are activities right from the book. And then, like I said, every chapter will have a takeaway. So you see the flow. So that's your unit 3. And I'm sure once you go through this booklet, you will be able to create more activities. I've just picked up a few which I thought would be interesting, but I'm sure there are lots and lots of activities there, and actually they are graded as well. So if you look at an activity like this, here it says, how do you create a strong password, right? Now, this would be a little too difficult for maybe class 3. Maybe they don't know how to read, or maybe 2 to read the do's and don'ts of making a password. You can change the activity. You can discuss with them what does a strong password look like, and then they create passwords. So what would be a weak password, what would be a normal password, and what would be a very strong password. So you give them examples like this. Once they see it, it becomes visual for them, and they can then make their own and let each other guess these passwords. So same way, making strong password, the discussion, why do we need strong password, what's the use, all that can be done with the discussions of the children. And then there's a takeaway. Same way, there is be internet kind, and here you have the same flow. And then this is one of a very beautiful activities wherein you talk about, what are the ways of showing kindness. And few people are leaving disrespectful comments on a selfie of a friend, what your friend posted. One way I can show kindness is to, and another way, not only just one way. What's another way to show kindness? So you are playing an online game, and one player is insulting and trash talking another player. What is that one act of kindness that you can do? What's another way to do it? So getting the children to really, really think about what these scenarios mean and what can they do to contribute. So getting them to be active and not passive when they are online. Here it also talks about how if somebody is saying things about you, it's just best to move away. So it's brave for you to just move away. It's not a sign of weakness. So beautiful things, beautifully said, and you can relate to all scenarios. I'm sure with today's world and today's activities and things which are happening around, we can all relate to these various scenarios. The 5th unit, of course, is Be Internet Brave, and it talks about how can you tackle bullying and what is of course the goals for this unit, and report it online. So how do you get the various situations are there. You can have groups in the classroom, give a situation to a group of children. You can choose. So if you want to make just 6 groups, you want to make 5 groups, you can do that. Give these to the 6 groups and let the children talk about it, and then you can get them to present their case and let the others tackle it. So this can become like a whole school event. You can have all the sections talking about it and presenting. You can take them to now the weather is also turned better. You can take them onto the field, give the 6 sections different scenarios and let them enact them out. And that could just be your evidence for Be Internet Awesome. So you can create something which is as small as doing an activity in the classroom, or as big as taking it out to your playground, where every section of a particular class can do this. So that's the program, and that's what we are looking at implementing. My request to you is, you all have the website. You go on to the resources, and please do open up this booklet here. So when we meet next time, I will be talking about this 139 pager, wherein the units and the explanation of the activities are done. So what I've done today is I have given you the channels of communication. I have shown you the support team that you have with you to do this program. Please understand that we might be far away from some of you, because I saw there were people in the YouTube chatting that they are from Trivandrum and from Varanasi. So you might be far away from us, but we are there for you. We're just a call away. We are just a message away. We're just an email away. So be brave. Jump onto this arena of implementing this program, and we are there for you. So that was the first part of the program, and we want you to feel absolutely relaxed in implementing it. And then what I showed you was an overview. I have just primed your brain as to what this program is, and it'll be really nice if you can just skim. I'm not telling you to read the 139 pages before we meet again day after, but just go through the booklet and see what are the things available. And I will meet you on 25th for the next session, and we will go page by page of this booklet. So thank you everyone for joining in. This was something which is very, very close to my heart, like I said, and I look forward to working along with you, and my team is there for you to support you in this program, and I will see you day after. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye-bye.